Hi everyone, today I've been asked to provide you with a quick overview of our strategy and learning modules associated with our business execution software tool here at results.com. By now, hopefully you have seen the demo of the software tool itself, which includes the strategy center, but today I've been asked to give you a bit more depth on the modules that are associated with this tool. If you have not watched the demos of the tool itself, I would recommend you do that first, and let's get into having a look at what's in the strategy center. When we come over here on the right hand side and click strategy, it takes us straight to the one-page strategic plan. And in this plan we have a whole variety of areas that we need to fill in. Now this is the same as our paper version of the one-page plan, and this is the culmination of research from some of the leading research projects on the planet and smartest business minds in the world. And if you wanted to distill a business down to a single page of a strategy that's highly executable and market leading, this is what you need to do. Now this is not some stuff that we've come up with at random. As you'll be aware with results.com, everything we do is based on research, and this is a research-based template that you can use. This is the very same research-based template that I delivered at MIT and is used by some of the leading CEO and entrepreneur organizations around the world. So as we go here, if we click the edit button up here, these television screens will appear. And each one of these television screens represents the fact that in there, and if we click on these, we can now download the workbook or play this module. Now I'm not going to play that module right now because I'll play a bit of a module for you shortly. As you'll see as we go through this, most of these modules are around an hour in duration, so we don't have time today to take you through them. But I want to show you what's in there. So let me just come back to this plan. Again, we can see here all of these areas that we need to fill in for a company. We can watch modules in different areas and facilitate the questions and the processes that a business leader would need to go through to really define the answers to these questions for their business. There's also the back end of this too, which is where you can access the strategy center and the modules, and as you'll see here, there's 10 different sections packed with modules, and let's go through those very quickly now so you can see what's there. So if we come into Vision, we can see here that there are 3 different modules you can access: BHAG, Big Hairy Audacious Goal, Core Values or Core Purpose. This one to start with is BHAG. I won't go into all sections, but all 3 of these workshops are 60 minutes in duration. We can download the workbook, press play on the module. If we come back out of here, let's have a look at the strategy section. In strategy, we have 6 different areas we can access. What is strategy? Industry analysis. This is one of the smaller modules. It's 15 minutes. However, from there, when we come into here, this is one of the larger modules, which is 2 hours, which is industry analysis. And we can look at target market, client, value discipline, etc., and go through all of these modules to really define a market-leading executable strategy. If we then come here into execution, we're reviewing strategic execution of the last quarter, creating a SWOT analysis, which you'll find is actually different to what you think when you really look at the research behind how you create a SWOT that works. Looking at current strategic priorities and numerical targets, mainly leading indicators rather than lagging indicators. Once again, we can download workbooks, watch these modules. If we come back out of execution, we could now look at key performance indicators. Again, there are 2 sections here: workbooks we can download, modules we can watch, meetings that drive execution, very, very valuable. If you want to drive execution in a business, in your business or a client's business, your meeting rhythms are absolutely fundamental to driving the execution. So that's a workshop that absolutely everyone would want to undertake. If we look here at marketing strategy, there's a whole variety of things here, from the research principles behind marketing. Once again, everything we do is research based. When you look at these modules, typically they start with the research why this framework is the way it is. We've got strategic positioning, key benefits, reason to believe, brand promise. Come back out, and then we have a look at playing to your strengths and really understanding how we do this. There's a couple of modules here that we can look at and some assessments that we can undertake. Let's come back here, hiring A players, which is a framework for really making sure that every person that you recruit you get right. Once again, research-based framework, not stuff we've come up with, all based on research. We can watch several modules here, download workbooks, implement that in a business. Overcoming common team dysfunctions. Some of you will be familiar with this, which is work from Patrick Lencioni. And again, this is a 2-hour module, this one. And there's some pre-work, a workbook we can access, and then we can pop under that module. Or engaging employees and customers. We can watch this module here. And again, it's another 60-minute module and looking at Net Promoter Score. And some of you no doubt will be familiar with that, with what Net Promoter Score is. Let's have a look at one of these modules, and let's have a look at this one here, which is a small section on key benefits. And what this is here is the middle of this module, so rather than starting it from the beginning. And I just want to give you a flavor for how these modules work. And typically, each module will start with the research behind the module, and if there's any thought leaders, what their research shows, what they say and why, and then it will facilitate the context, and then it will ask the key questions of what they need to go through in their business and the answers they need to come up with to really bring this alive for their company. Let's press play on a small part of this module.
So let's have a look at the brand ladder. At the bottom is functional benefits, what our product or service does. They're easy to come up with, not that effective with regards to marketing. Better are economic benefits. If we're able to market those, we tend to do better with our marketing, which is what our brand, what our product or service means in time or money to our target market customers. But the most effective benefits, if we can own them, are emotional benefits, which is how it is that we make our target customers feel. Pause the slide and discuss this concept with your team.
So as you can see, we can full screen
this
or reduce.
This is the problem with many companies, particularly companies that are engineering-based, manufacturing-based, and particularly technology companies. They focus on the features of their products. It's called featureitis. It's product-centric selling. It's focusing on functional benefits. It is a big marketing mistake. Take a look at the slide, pause it, and discuss this concept with your team.
So as you can see from these modules, each area will go into, and again, we don't have time to go into each module in detail today, but it'll overview the research, the thought leaders behind it, and then it will take you through several contexts and questions, ask one to pause, and then consider this. And as it gets deeper toward the end of the module, it will really start laying down what are the decisions that you're making now for your business and how you can apply this knowledge into a company. As I said at the beginning of this, with these tools, you could choose to sit with a client and do this together. You could have them do that before a meeting, or you can understand this stuff and facilitate it yourself. So that's a quick overview of the learning modules. They're very detailed. There's 27 of them. Also what's on the plan here. And between them, really this is the full context on how to really develop a market-leading executable strategy that you can access for you and your clients. Thanks a lot.